Our goal is always to teach budgeting and learning how to plan your prepping pantry, making sure that you are being wise and making good purchases. Well, today we're going to be talking about buying in bulk. What are some of the best foods to buy in bulk? We see shortages, we see the crazy prices of inflation. Now let's jump into how to save by buying in bulk and what are some of the best things that you can buy and also that they'll last longer. Not only that, we're going to talk about how we're storing those up. So let's jump into this list. I think all these items are very good to have, and I've told you before, if you're on budgets, try to fit them in your budget and try to make sure you're buying them in smaller portions if you have to. But when you buy in bulk, it's going to save you money. So let's jump into this list. I think it's going to be a good one, and it starts right now. Hey guys, welcome to the Max. Today's video is going to be a good one. Before we get into it, if you will go down here, press subscribe, ring the bell, give us a thumbs up. Let us know in the comments what you think about each one of these items. Our goal is to always inform you and hopefully never scare you, but we need to understand the reality of our Prepper's Pantry and making it better always. So what are the places that you're buying in bulk? It could be Costco, it could be Sam's, it could be As Your Standard, or it could be another online grocer. It even can be your local grocery store or your local farm, only if you maybe negotiate with them a little bit. You've got to look for those, and they're out there. So let's jump into number one. I think number one, you're actually going to get a better deal at the farm. So number one is honey. Honey is one of those things that if you buy it by the smallest jar, you're paying the most premium for. Even when we were selling a lot of our honey. Now, we do keep most of our honey now, but when we were selling a lot of the honey, the smaller the portion, the more it cost. However, if you had someone that wanted to come in and purchase a 5-gallon bucket of honey, you were willing to give a little bit on per ounce price because they were buying so much. That's the point of buying in bulk. It usually saves per ounce. So make sure you are looking wise at what you're charging per ounce. Don't get scammed or bamboozled on that. But honey would be a prime example of a great thing to buy in bulk. We have a local honeybee apiary that is way bigger than us that grows tons of bees. And they produce so much honey that they almost cannot sell in retail. So they offer a wholesale option to where if you go and you purchase 5 gallons or 10 gallons or these big vats full of honey, it gets cheaper by buying in bulk. Remember, honey never goes bad. Honey's in so many medicines that we make, so many herbal remedies that we make, and it lasts forever. It will never go bad if you store it in good food grade buckets and making sure you put it in your pantry. We've had bees for years and we're still using honey from every other year. We're just rotating the new ones to the back, old ones to the front. Never goes bad. It's a great source of just about any and everything you need when it comes to your sugar. Good for your metabolism. It's a great even caffeine boost. So check with your local farmers or your local beekeepers. You can usually get a good deal on a bigger bulk buy of honey. Number two is dairy. Now this is a little unique, but for instance, we milk cows and you have to milk them every day. They don't just stop and you can't just, well, I'm not going to go out there today. For most farms, they're milking constantly. If you go to a local dairy, you may not can pick it up that day because they may have other clients or they may be selling to a co-op. But if you say, hey, next Friday, can you get me X amount of gallons? If you ask them to get a over and surplus amount, they'll literally hold it or either gather enough up for you at that time. Usually you're going to get a better price because they know that's a client that will probably come back to them, especially if you give them good quality milk. So if I am purchasing milk, and again, I don't purchase milk, but if I'm purchasing milk, if I can buy it in bulk, I'm going to save money. Say for instance, you're wanting to make yogurt. You're wanting to make cheese, wanting to make butter. All of these things can help you hone in skills too. So you can buy in bulk and learn to freeze dry, dehydrate, put up. As Misty made condensed milk. She has a video on the Max Life channel where she learned how to make condensed milk with simple milk and simple cane sugar. It's a great thing because guess what? Condensed milk is a bioengineered milk derivative product. That just sounds bad. So stay away from all that. Learn to buy milk in bulk and hone in on your skills of making butter, making cheese, making yogurt, making condensed milk, canning milk. If you want to try your hand at freeze drying, great. We powder our milk all the time. If you want to try your hands at anything dealing with milk, this is your time. It's going to save you money. The rest you can put up in the freezer, especially if it's raw dairy milk. We put ours in the freezer all the time so that way we're prepared just in case we need frozen milk when we freshen our girls up. We don't want to use our powdered stock. It's a very good way to do it. canning milk. I mean, there's so many options. But when you buy it in bulk, it saves you money, and then you could take it and learn to do all these things with it. You're honing in skills, making a better prepper, learning to put it up, and you are taking advantage of a good price. Number 3 is salt. Now, this is something that I think everybody should be purchasing. Again, honing in skills, dealing with curing. We use salt not only for just enjoyment of food, but we use salt for curing. When we get in pork season and we start building our bacons, all that matters, and we have to have salt. So we literally order as your standard salt. We order natural sea salt, 50-pound containers, and I can buy it cheaper than anywhere else I can buy it. If you're buying little containers, or you're going to Walmart and buying little containers, or any other grocer, not that they're not cheap, salt is not that expensive, but when you buy it in bulk, again, it goes down per ounce. You're saving a ton of money, and having salt, and I've said this in tons of prepping videos, having salt is a big deal. And if you can buy it in bulk, you're even saving more money, so it's a bonus. So now we've talked honey, which is an imperishable, awesome sugar that you can use for just about anything when it comes to your health. Secondly, milk, it hones your skills in. You're buying it local from the farmer. It also changes you because you start building skills around self-sufficiency and sustainability. And then thirdly, with the salt, to now learn how to cure. So I am actually teaching you to save and buy food, also to build new skills so you can be better when it comes to your prepping lifestyle and also your homesteading lifestyle. Again, remember those 3 S's: sustainability, stewardship, and satisfaction. When we start buying these things in bulk, we're saving money, so we're being a good steward, but we're also building a sustainable lifestyle to have satisfaction to know that we're eating good food that we've put up in our pantry. Number 4 is oil. If you're buying coconut oil or you're buying any kind of oil, especially if it's a good quality oil, the bigger the container you buy, the cheaper it ends up getting. You can even buy vats of oil. Now, I don't know if you need vats of oil, and that would be like 30, 50, 100-gallon vats of oil. That's probably a lot. But if you need that much, you can get a lot cheaper per ounce. But oil is a big part of our prepper's pantry. We don't realize how special oil is to us. With us, we render our lard, we render our dairy butter, basically, and those are good things. However, we still buy coconut oil. We still put coconut oil up. We still buy avocado oil because it's very good for you. We still buy extra virgin olive oil. Maybe not in vats with 100 gallons, but we do buy it and we stock it up. The bigger the container, the cheaper it ends up being. Having a balanced diet with proteins, carbs, and fats, oil is a big deal there. So I would challenge you to look at oil, look at the prices of it. You're going to end up getting it a lot cheaper. Hey, here's an idea. Say you want to stay away from those and you want to look at lard. You can literally go to your butcher and say, I want an order of lard, I want a side of lard, or I want a pig, and when you process it, I want all the lard off of there. You can render that lard and make your own canned lard that will save you a tremendous amount of money and actually will be cheaper. And of course, it will be a more holistic approach to buying oil. Unrefined, you're the only one actually doing the work, and that is literally putting in a crock pot. We have a video on rendering lard, but it's the best way to make sure that you have oil or a fat source that is good for you. Now, fat shouldn't be the main part of your diet, but it is a very vital source and a very vital energy boost when it comes to prepping and food sustainability. Add bulk oils. It's a very good buy and it saves you money. 5, wrapping up the list, of course, is going to be beef. Beef, buying by the side, or any actual animal. If you even look at pork or sheep, when you learn to buy the animal by the side or by the whole animal on hoof or hanging weight, you're going to save money. Now, the kicker is you either got to start new skills with learning how to process that meat, which is the best thing to do. It's a game changer, like we talked about. You want to be a prepper, you want to be sustainable, we have to find ways to do that. But if you can buy the meat and you can say, okay, I want butcher, break it down. I'm paying maybe the same amount for the ground beef or the ground round from a grocery store, but my steaks, my roast, anything else I'm getting off this animal is going to cost less. So buy in bulk. Learn to work with your farmer. Every one of these avenues, I've actually told you the option to buy local. Now, yes, you need to go to the store, buy it from the store. If you can't buy it from the local farmer, don't buy it from the local farmer. But I've given you avenues for that. Also, I've given you avenues to build skills up with all these of buying in bulk. Learn to build skills. Learn to buy the things you need. Learn to grow the things you can, so that way it helps you in the long run. Beef would be probably end all be all. I can raise my cows, I can eat off my steer, and I promise you I can eat a steak for literally $2 or $3 that normally would cost me $20, $30, or $40 in the store. My ground beef may cost $2 or $3, but that's still cheaper than the store, and I know where it came from. If you can't grow your own meat, let a farmer do it. Speak to them local, build a game plan, say, hey, I'd buy steer from you a year. You're gonna start saving money because you're a return customer, kind of like the dairy, kind of like the honey. It allows you to shop local, build your community up, and do it the right way. Problem with the food system cannot be healed from the top down. It's got to be healed from the local communities believing back in their farmers, believing back in their gardeners, and becoming that again, learning to be sustainable. When we learn that, we will fix the broken food system. The prices won't be inflated, and we'll be able to take care of our family and stock up our preppers' pantry. So guys, I hope this video helped. My goal again is never to tell you that you're gonna face something and have no food. I'm just trying to say, look at what's going on. Look at all the things in our world that could be very volatile, and know that if you have food, that's one less thing that you have to relinquish. That's one less freedom that you have to worry about, because you have food sustainability and food freedom and independence. Again, we ask that you share this video, give us a thumbs up. It definitely helps us stay in the algorithm and spread our message around and hopefully grow our channel. Go down here, press subscribe. We need you to subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, and we've got a monster giveaway coming up in the next few weeks, and we'll be talking about that in the future videos. But please go down here, press subscribe, ring the bell, and give us a thumbs up if you like the video. If you didn't like the video, tell us what you think about the video below. And also remember, we have a new channel, The Max Life. We're vlogging everything that's going on. You see my wife, my kids, and it's just a fun time with the family. So go check that channel out, The Max Life. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. God bless. Happy homesteading.